Yeah, we fucking up bands, make it again. Don't understand, don't comprehend, do not pretend. When will it end? It just began. We toured the land, told her to come. Who is she with? We on the run. She brought a friend, hop in the back. Is she the one? Shit, nah, she ain't the one. My day ones know I post up, so just come through. If you say nothing, you glow up, she can come too. Can't say nothing when he choked us, so just cut him loose. We stay calm when we froze up, that's what diamonds do. You fucking around, but you mess with the king. You thought you had me, but it was a fling. We in Jamaica, we doing our thing. All of the things, and we buying some rings. But you ain't got one, and we flying jets. Yeah, you a hater, but you not a threat. Right mind, I don't need a ghost. Fly high, we don't need a host. We buying ours on the East Coast. My bread, I don't need toast. Got Wi-Fi on the speedboat. Couple dimes in the safe though. My guys, yeah, we do the most. I buy all these new stocks. A mile high in that blue fox. My time, we don't need clocks, no. We fuck around getting fancy as shit. Just bought a pound, I ain't trying to quit. Don't come around unless you taking a hit. Brought a new sound and it's all about to shift. Got a few girls and they on good health. Teaching to build up the family wealth. You acting mad and you throwing a fit. This how we live cause we fancy as shit. You just want it, Cloud, I understand now. You want a ready nigga, take your hand now. Don't got time for this, I need a couple bands now. You feeling lonely, go get you a couple friends now. Yeah, we fucking up bands, make it again. Don't understand, don't comprehend, do not pretend. When will it end? It just began, we toured the land. Told her to come, who is she with? We on the run, she brought a friend. Hop in the back, is she the one? Shit, nah, she ain't the one. Man, it's too early in the morning for this shit. But let's get it. Yeah. Ayy, all of y'all talking, but I just went. Papa Swole, put nuts on they chin. Like Everson K2 get mounds of cash. Looked in the crowd, saw my name on the ass. You made them bands, now your money is spent. I stash away about 40%. Empire with honey like I'm Gary V. My bennies are blue, but the product is green. I'm dropping slappers to hell with an album. Might fuck around and go see Jimmy Fallon. I multiply while you bury your talents. Cause I'm like a hawk when I bury my talents. Guess what I'm saying? I pray on these niggas. There was a day when I'd pray for these niggas. Now I got nothing to say to these niggas. I pray that God does away with these niggas. I keep my friends close, but my enemies closer. My mental is gross, but my verses are kosher. These girls going wild, but I'm not a poacher, so I just keep shining like Elon, I'm solar. All of y'all talking, but I just went. Papa Swole, put nuts on they chin. Like Everson K2 get mounds of cash. Looked in the crowd, saw my name on the ass. You made them bands, now your money is spent. I stash away about 40%. Empire with honey like I'm Gary V. My bennies are blue, but the product is green. Gotta make this money, only game I know. I'm the only king, this ain't no Game of Thrones. Everybody wanna be a fucking king until it's time to do what a king does. Everywhere I look, it's just kids and drugs. Everywhere I look, it's just gangs and thugs. Can't tame the guns, can't save our loved ones. I grew my funds and I called the plug. Then I filled my lungs, I don't mess with that new shit. Y'all talking tough, but ain't none of y'all do shit. Y'all chasing money, you want the exposure. Y'all think y'all funny and snake Gucci loafers. I don't give disclaimers, I rap full disclosure. These niggas all think they were born in October. The only thing different between you and I is that I also have stacks on plus stacks when I'm older. Stacks when I'm older. Yeah, stacks when I'm older. The only thing different between you and I is that I also have millions in cash when I'm older. All of y'all talking, but I just went. Papa Swole, put nuts on they chin. Like Everson K2 get mounds of cash. Looked in the crowd, saw my name on the ass. You made them bands, now your money is spent. I stash away about 40%. Empire with honey like I'm Gary V. My bennies are blue, but the product is green. Check, 1, 2, ayy, check. I don't know if I can rap this shit. Yeah, ayy, yeah. Look at my wrist, yeah, it's poppin'. Took the whole family shopping. Funny that you always flexing. Just saw your car at the auction. Niggas on IG be stalking. All these girls, too many options. Act like I don't hear you talking. Drop it and they just come flocking. I took the phone that they sat in. Then got Gorilla Gang tatted. I went like it's automatic. Passing these niggas is tragic. Wearing all black with no magic. You just got green in your ice. They all stop checking the facts, so I just stopped treating them nice. I see you looking, I see you watching. Wasn't too long ago, we was just talking. I'm sorry you hate me now, and I don't mean that I'm sorry for me. I'm just sorry for you, cause you won't get to see what a high king can do when he's given the chance to become what he knew he could. Now my shit's popping, oh, and I'm shocking. I'm just from Buffalo, I shouldn't make it. Was right by my auntie, but that woman hated me. Good at pretending for everyone faking it. Now I'm awake and I see why they made the choice to kick me out just as soon as I made the choice. Now I'm a king, yeah, that's the thing. Happens a lot. Fatherless kids, yeah, we come by the lot. Changing shit whether you like it or not. He would come like it or not. Look at my wrist, yeah, it's popping. Took the whole family shopping. Funny that you always flexing. Just saw your car at the auction. Niggas on IG be stalking. All these girls, too many options. Act like I don't hear you talking. Drop it and they just come flocking. I just don't let they sat it. Then got Gorilla Gang tatted. I went like it's automatic. Passing these niggas is tragic. Wearing all black with no magic. You just got green in your ice. They all stop checking the facts, so I just stopped treating them nice. Fuck the whole industry, music and media. Started my own shit, I don't think they feeling me. I just don't get it, so fuck it. I'm done with all this luck shit. Y'all think y'all scaring me, so I address it. But now all your niggas is running. All of your monsters just running. No talent, but your shit is funded. Now all y'all think y'all real funny. Clown flexing with that fake money. Can't buy shit without real shit, so you rent shit cause you real dummy. Just invest in mine like a broker. New money coming soon. Yo, last post got like 50,000, but you can't fill the fucking room. Look at my wrist, yeah, it's popping. Took the whole family shopping. Funny that you always flexing. Just saw your car at the auction. Niggas on IG be stalking. All these girls, too many options. Act like I don't hear you talking. Drop it and they just come flocking. I just don't let they sat it. Then got Gorilla Gang tatted. I went like it's automatic. Passing these niggas is tragic. Wearing all black with no magic. You just got green in your ice. They all stop checking the facts, so I just stopped treating them nice.
Swole Normuth.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
What's going on, Beaches, Booshes, Busses, Hustles, and your hoes? It's your boy Papa Swolio back with another episode. In today's episode, the Beastcast is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everson K2, flexing on all you Beaches.
The fucking Catalina one.
Hi fam, welcome to the show today. Thanks for being here. Make sure to hit the like button. We're live on Rumble and YouTube at The Daily Swole, and of course, we are also on Spotify and Apple Podcast. Make sure that you leave us a 5-star review and go subscribe, share the show with your friends. Today's Swole card is FEF. Block out all the noise. Fuck 'em Friday. Fuck 'em Friday. That's a big one. Should be a national holiday. It's a day that you focus on your pillar number 1 community. You can learn more about the 7 pillars over at swolenormusx.com. You got to block out all the noise. Go through your contacts, go through your subscriptions, clean your closet, mow your lawn, clean your room, all those things. Take care of pillar number 1 community today. Happy FEF everyone. Let's get into some posts here. We got this going on Facebook. We've been talking about it all week. Lots of great responses. What's one piece of advice about fitness that you would give your younger self? First one of the day. We're going to kick it off.
What's in the box?
Who we got? Felipe. Felipe says, if you don't change your mindset, your mental chip, change your chip. Don't even start. It's going to suck. You're not going to want to do it at times, but you have to do what is good, not comfortable. Indeed. Short-term pain. If you want those long-term gains, you got to go through the short-term pain. Well said, Felipe. Jacob says, stop consuming food with seed oils based.
He's on fire!
Drink plain black espresso / coffee. Black espresso coffee. Eat organic as possible. Keep that going. You're on the right track. Okay, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with putting certain things in your coffee, but yes, a high quality coffee. Make sure you're brewing it fresh, grind it fresh. Fresh coffee, fresh food matters tremendously. Indeed. Black coffee is great. Black coffee is great. no doubt. And yeah, get rid of those seed oils, get rid of those industrial waste products. When you start thinking about seed oils as industrial waste products, which they are, changes your perspective on things. You used to use it as engine lubricant. James says, keeping fit is a measure of your self-discipline that pays dividends in self-confidence. The self-confidence helps you make deliberate decisions. The combination of these qualities make you attractive to women and respected by good men. Indeed, understand that building muscle, having muscle mass, you cannot purchase it. You can't just go to the store and go to Walmart or go on Amazon Prime and order muscle mass. It comes from the work. It comes from the discipline. You do not build muscle without having discipline, without having habits. And you portray that when you walk into a room, when you're around men, when you're around women. That's why I say go to the gym, get jacked. And when I say get jacked, everyone's going to be building different amounts of muscle. Like, you really have to do this for years. But get big, get strong, because that discipline that you build is going to roll over. It's going to flood over into other areas of your life, and you'll exude self-confidence, because once you overcome these difficulties, you know what it's like to make sacrifices for long-term benefits. It comes out into other areas. You realize that it's just the effort, it's just your habits, and you can work on those and improve all areas of your life. And people, men, women, same sex, opposite sex, are going to be attracted to that kind of discipline and self-care. Carl says to pay the lighter price now versus a much higher price later. This gets America fucked up. Fuck yeah! Carl, that's legit. Now, this is time preference. Time preference. Having a low time preference means short-term sacrifice for long-term benefits. In other words, you pay the higher, you pay the price now versus a higher price later. I know you say a lighter price or less price. It's not really, you're going to go through, in other words, go through the muck and the mire, go through the hard things now for smoother sailing in the future. And that's what taking care of your health, that's what exercise does. That's what these habits do now. You're not training for now. What you're training for is 20 years. And you have to think about that. As you get older, you get more perspective than you wish you started younger, but that's why you start today. Very few people are thinking about training in their 20s because of how they're going to be in their 80s. But that's what I was thinking when I was training older people, when I was 25, 30, early 30s. I was actually late 20s, 30, 31, 32, before I started Swole Normus, before I started doing the podcast. This is over 10 years ago. I saw what it was like to be older and to not be in shape, to not take care of yourself. I saw the outcomes of that. So I've always been training with that long-term mindset. So I got into yoga and mobility and proper nutrition. It's about building muscle and, of course, getting stronger, but also you want to be healthy. You don't want to do it by any means necessary and sacrifice your health. You want to make sure that you are thinking about this in the future. So you're going to be paying a higher price, diabetes, medications. You're going to be uncomfortable. You're going to be in pain. You don't want less years and worse years. You don't want to live to be 90 and be on medications or be incapacitated for the last 20 years. There's no way to live. So quality of life. We got one more here. Vaselina, Papa Swole. Start early enough. Don't wait. Being physically active and fit will pay back when you get 40 plus. This is exactly great comments. Great comments. Love it. Facebook. Thanks for commenting. Make sure you go on over and follow the Swole Normus page on Facebook. Start early. Again, this is the perspective. Don't wait. I'm 42. And man, if I'm starting today, I have a much more uphill battle. A lot of the things that I did when I was in my 20s and 30s made great decisions, you go through injuries, you go through ups and downs, you learn how to train, learn how to push yourself, learn how to manage things. It's brought me to where I am today. I'm really grateful that I got into it earlier. But of course, we always talk about it. The reason why we have the podcast is because I also share my perspectives, things that I wish I started earlier and started focusing on. We talk about sleep and eating healthier early on, but the sooner you start, you're going to be thankful in 5 or 10 years that you did start. You might think it's too late and you're 40 or you're 50. Well, when you're 60, you're going to feel a lot better than you'll be training for 10 years. And you can make a lot of progress if you really go all in on it. And I recommend you do it. All right, let's get into that tip, fam. Are you ready? It's time. Let's get into some Swole fam posts.
Just an inch. It's cold outside.
Join the fam over at swolenormusx.com. Download the Swole Normus app in the App Store, Google Play. Join us. We have all the programs, yoga, meditation, everything you need in the Swole Normus app. And I cannot overstate how amazing the app is and how much content we have in there. We got the community in the app. We have the elimination diet. We have thousands of recipes. We have hundreds of master classes and instructional videos, the Swollen 7 section. You got 7 minutes a day. We can get your mobility on, sandbag, kettlebell, mace, club training. All that stuff is available inside the app. All right, first one from the fam.
What's in the box?
Let's go. If you guys have any other thoughts and feedback on some of the topics we've covered, make sure you drop in the comments. Daniel from the app. I've heard Papa talk about TRT in the past. That's testosterone replacement therapy. I'm 45 years old, and over the past few years, I've noticed a significant drop in my ability to maintain muscle. My energy levels are extremely low, no matter how much sleep and recovery I get. I have an appointment Saturday to get blood work done to see about the possibility of TRT. So I guess this isn't a question, it's just a statement. So let us know how it goes. You're not going to know where your levels are at unless you get tested and get checked. But, of course, your habits matter. Sleep matters. Nutrition matters. Lifting weights matters. Your daily habits matter. And that's going to lead to testosterone levels and stuff. But sometimes people are too far past a certain point, and it could be an option for you. So you're going to have to discuss that with your healthcare provider. If anyone's taken TRT in the comments, feel free to drop it. Karen says, and for the record, I don't take it. I haven't looked into it, but I'm open to it. I'm around that time frame where I've talked about this for a while. In your 40s, that's probably a good range, but we got to talk about what else you're doing, because going back to Daniel's post, if you're taking TRT and you're not taking care of those other habits, it's not going to be magic. It's not magic. You might feel good short term, right? This is why a lot of people that do the trans bullshit, they get on testosterone, they feel great, they have that euphoria. Oh my God, I feel amazing. I am a boy. And then it wears off because you get that little high, that boost. It's kind of like starting any kind of supplement. You might notice the bump. You take creatine, you feel, whoa, I feel better when I take creatine. My training's better. I recover better. Okay, fine. But then in a few weeks, you're not going to notice it's just become normal to you. So when that wears off, again, when the dust settles from the TRT, I'm just saying when the dust settles, it's going to come down to your nutrition and all your other habits, right? So you might feel that bump right away. Wow, I was low T. This is changing everything for me. And at the end of the day, if your habits are the same and then you're on TRT, like, you're still going to have issues. Anyway, so just something to think about. Make sure you work on those habits too. And we don't know the details from that post. Just throwing that out there as things to think about. Karen says, hi fam. Can anyone recommend a good, clean, quality coffee? Looking to improve on what I'm drinking? Thanks. So let's just source that. Drop that in the comments if you have any suggestions. I recommended on this post, you can go and comment in the Swolenormous app in the community section. I recommend getting an organic coffee, whole bean, as fresh roasted as possible, local if you can, and then grind it and make your coffee fresh. That's my approach to it. We've been liking a brand from Sprouts, and it's in Florida. It's not super local to us. It's northern Florida. I think Gainesville, but it's really good, fresh. And I use a Chemex. I really like the pour over. I like it much better than the French press. It's smoother. It's less acidic. It's really good. Brings out a lot more of the flavor in the coffee, and grind it fresh every day. So fresh coffee, there's nothing like it. K-cups and all that plastic shit and old coffee, stay away from it. I'm telling you, you're missing out, and you're negatively affecting your health probably if you're eating like stale coffee. You don't want old food. You don't want old coffee. Make sure you grind that shit fresh. There's nothing like it. When you see that bloom from the freshly roasted beans, oh, it's good. It's good. Sipping on this coffee. Ooh, it's getting a little bit late. I got to chug that coffee. Yeah, make the coffee with pure water. Filtered water for sure. Filtered water for sure. Oh, we do have one more post. Oh, my scroll didn't work. We got one more. We got one more, fam. We got one from
What's in the box?
Okay, Standish. Excellent. All right, we got a post with the picture. Let's zoom into the text first from the app. Hey, everyone. First time posting on here. Been a member for a while now. 4 years ago, I lost a significant amount of weight. I went from 330 to 155. However, this past year, I've been dealing with some severe personal issues, a loved one who has been going through severe addiction, and just the financial stress that everybody is under. I've let the weight of everything get in the way of my healthy habits, and I've put on about 50 pounds. I'm back up to a little over 200. I'm at the point where I'm just saying, screw everybody else. I need to start focusing on me again. I listen to the podcast daily, and I'm going to start the 90-day dash today. It's my birthday, 39 years young, and that's my gift to myself to get back at it and stop letting the stress of everybody and everything else getting in my way. Ooh, I love it. Ooh. And you're watering some plants. I like it. I like it, the plants. I love it. Well, thank you so much for sharing. I'm sorry to hear about your personal situations. Thank you so much for posting. And it sounds like today, the theft day, is the perfect day for you. So thanks for listening to the podcast. And I'm glad you posted up. I really recommend you post more often. Lovely smile, lovely plants, and a good story. So you'll get back on it. And I think it's easy to say from where I am, but of course you don't want to fall off. So make yourself the priority. And again, making yourself the priority doesn't mean that you don't care about other people. It doesn't mean that you don't help other people. It doesn't mean that you're a bad person, but you can't pour from an empty cup. You need to take care of yourself. So again, yes, focus on you again. Keep that focus. Stay plugged into the Swole fam. Stay plugged into the podcast, and don't let anything get in your way. Make sure you have a standard for yourself. You have to have high standards for yourself. And if you respect yourself and you take care of yourself, you bring that in from other people and you can control it. There's a lot of things that's going on in your life and everyone's life that you can't control. Most things you can't control. So what can you control? You can control your 7 pillars. So focus on that. Based. Good stuff. Excellent.
I give it a 10. A 10.
Well done, well said.
A fucking 10.
All right, fam. We got some more action. We have right here, Beaches. We got Rate My Meal. Look at that. There we go. Papa's coming in, and I want to rate your meal. Papa Pladio. Yeah. Papa Emilio. Let's see what we got here. First one in the Swole fam. We got Jesus. Jesus taking a picture of the meal. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. What's that? I don't have any text here. I see ground beef. I see a couple pickles. I see eggs. I see sauerkraut. What is that? What is that? What we got there?
What the fuck is that?
Was that tuna that was consumed, or is that where the sauerkraut? Do you put sauerkraut in a can like that? I know they probably have sauerkraut in like taller cans. Do they have sauerkraut in shorter cans like that? Or is that tuna, and it used to be tuna and you ate tuna, now you have the beef? I'm just confused because there's nothing in it. If you're just listening, there's nothing in it. What do you guys think? Was that the tuna that this... Jesus, did you make it for the shake? Is that a shake? That's a Swole plate. Sauerkraut, sweet. Ground beef, great. Eggs, great. Pickles, great. That can, I don't know what's in that can. I don't know what's in that can.
Inconceivable!
I can't tell. What do you guys think? I can't tell what's in that can. It's a good plate. It's a good plate. I think we can give that 2 biceps. We can give that 2 biceps up. All right, John. Ooh, John's getting fancy, dude. Liver and onions fried in beef tallow and sweet potato slices cooked in butter.
Hi, puppy.
Wow, dude. Wow.
This is Marjorie Stewart Baxter.
Liver and onions fried in beef tallow and sweet potato slices cooked in butter. Good for you, John. Good for you. That's a meal. That's a meal. Melissa, what we got? Breakfast of a Swole slut. Swole slut indeed. Organic farm eggs, organic banana and apple, organic black coffee, and Miller's raw half and half. Miller's Biofarm is great stuff. Ready for a killer max Swole lift? Hope I passed the test, Papa. Thanks, Melissa. Oh, you did. You did. That's great. There you go. Look at those meals. I love getting a sample. I love seeing what the Swole fam's eating. I love to rate my meal. It's great. 2 biceps. That's it. Flex on those. We got 5 out of 5 beards. How should we do the ratings? We'll figure it out. Good stuff. Approved. It's approved. Miller's Biofarm is great dairy. Great dairy. All right. We got this one from Pedro. Pedro says dinner. We got steak. We got some potatoes and some chicken broth. There we go. Let's get some gorillas. That's a good meal. I approve that meal. Look at that. Steak. Fucking Swole Fam's killing it. Swole Fam's absolutely killing it. Why can't I scroll this fucker? Sheena. Looks like Sheena's having dinner with Pedro. Beef stir fry with egg white noodles. Ooh. Aww. Very nice. Look at the Swole Fam eating great. And we got one more from Will. Waiting to cook it, but just some arrachera. So what is that? What is that? That's steak or is that pork? What kind of cut is that? But it looks good. Good for you. Will, this is not a finished product. We got some limes in the background. Respect. All right. I love this. I love this segment. I love the rate my meal. So next time you get a Swole text, make sure that you respond and we'll be sending out more. We'll get some more meals because I know you guys don't also always eat the same things every day. So thanks for allowing me to rate your meal. And next time you get that Swole text, send me that picture back and we will feature some next week. Really like it. I like seeing what the Swole Fam's eating. Gives people a lot of ideas too. And you notice how the Swole Fam, it's nothing crazy, right? Is it skirt steak? No, good. It's nothing crazy. It's not most of these meals that the Swole Fam is eating, it's not a crazy high production. It's simple. So if you see some of these recipes that we release on Mondays, it doesn't have to be something wow and crazy. You can get fancy, but it just needs to be the basics. Find something that you like, easy to prepare. Most of the things was fruit, some simple eggs, ground beef, sauerkraut, bing, bang, boom. You're good to go, right? And that's what's important. Making something that's nutritious, effective, that you like to eat, and that's easy to prepare. That's all you're looking for because you're doing this every day. You want to automate these things. I'm not saying don't enjoy your food, quite the opposite. I'm just saying master the simplicity and streamline your nutrition. That way you can have what you need when you need it. And you don't need to take a lot of brain space. Just fuel up, eat the right foods. And there we go. Right on. Right on. All right, fam. Let's get into some questions. We got a couple calls today. So if you want to call into the show, go to askpapaswolio.com. You can record up to a minute and we will get to your question in an upcoming episode. Drop your questions in the comments if you're watching live. Hashtag askpapaswolio. Let's take the first call. We got one from Connor. Connor, you were on the Gamecast. Talk to me.
Hello, Papa.
Hello.
Swolio. This is Connor McAvoy. My question is, how do people go to the gym and have proper form, and should people correct their form if it's bad or not?
Yep. People should correct their form. Was that your question? People that go to the gym, should they correct their form? Yeah, they should not have bad form. I don't know if that was a question. That was like a statement. Yes, you should not be lifting with bad form. I'm not sure if that was a question. Appreciate the call. You can feel free to call back in, Connor, and clarify, but absolutely, you want quality form. Do not sacrifice form. There's some people that ask questions still like, hey, what if it gets really heavy? Should I sacrifice form to get the last couple reps? If you're not doing with good form, you're not hitting the muscles properly, you're putting yourself at risk. Form is paramount, and then hitting task failure with that form, that's what you're trying to accomplish. Okay, let's get into one more. We got Taylor. I'll take both of these calls first. Taylor, you're on the line.
Hey man, my name is Taylor. I'm from Scotland, just a couple miles outside of Glasgow. My question is, what is your personal opinions of people from Scotland? We do have quite a few stereotypes and I want to see your take on them. I think it'll be quite interesting.
The Almighty says, don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question.
What do I think of people from Scotland? I love them, always have. That's great. I love the accent. What do I think? My stereotypes? I don't even know what a Scottish stereotype is. Maybe that they're always fighting for freedom because of Braveheart. Every man dies, not every man truly loves. I just think about putting on a kilt and grabbing a sword. How's that for a stereotype? That's all I got. That's all I got. What will you do without freedom? My knowledge of my knowledge of Scotland begins and ends with Braveheart, to be honest. That's it. That's it. That's it. You guys just keep on fighting for freedom. I love it. And Sean Connery. Losers give their best. Winners go home and fuck the prom queen. I want to see Papa in a kilt. Oh boy. Oh boy. I can't wear a kilt. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Because
The dong, the baby's arm holding an apple. I can't. Just, it drags. I can't release the beast. Scottish men. Yeah, free balling. Scottish men do that free balling. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good calls. I appreciate it. Thanks, Taylor. And if you want to call into the show, askpapaswolio.com. Call into the show and we'll feature you in an upcoming episode. Again, askpapaswolio.com. You can record up to a minute. Super awesome. Thanks for being here. Let's get into some live questions. Hashtag AskPapaSwolio. Let's do this one. From Gerhard. Let's get into some questions.
What's in the box?
Gerhard Zoe. Papa Swolio, how can I increase calorie intake without eating garbage? By eating more of the quality foods. You get a Matt Damon on that one, just because.
Matt Damon.
Whoever was there was. You're getting a Matt Damon because we're off to see Gaines. We're off to the fucking gym. How can I increase calorie intake without? Don't eat garbage. Eat quality foods. Eat more steak. Add some more food. You know, eat more quality food. That's it. How can I increase calorie intake? By eating more of the good stuff. Eating more healthy food, not garbage. Mike says, I guess based on the question, was it Connor? Maybe he was meaning if he should correct others' form if they are off. That's a sketchy thing because I think, look, as someone who knows proper form, I've seen so many people all the time doing stuff wrong in a gym. You don't want to be going around like, hey, can I correct you? Hey, can I correct you? But if you make a friendly conversation, if someone's really doing something dangerous, you can go over and be like, hey, introduce yourself and be like, what are you doing over here? I noticed like what you were training and I haven't seen form. Like, is it something specific? Is it something important? People are like, no, I don't know. If like you have any pointers, and then you're like, oh yeah, sure. I mean, I just would recommend because it looks like you might be leaning forward too much. You can be casual like that, but sometimes people aren't receptive to it. So it really depends on the individual. If they have a hat on low and headphones, if they're doing something really dangerous, you can. But sometimes people might get defensive or be like, fuck off, dude. And I don't know. You have to kind of feel it out. But on occasion, I used to do that if I saw someone doing something like, holy shit, bro, you're going to fucking hurt yourself. Because I wouldn't, and I only did it when I felt like I wouldn't be able to live with myself. You know, if I see someone doing something like, oh my God, my arm hurts, just look, you know, or bro, I might go over there just because I need to be able to live with myself and know that I went over, at least let the person know that that's like a high risk movement and they might fuck themselves up. You know, a lot of times the way I would approach it is just to ask like, hey, what are you doing that exercise for? Maybe there's a certain reason that they are trying to do it wrong for a reason, or someone told them like, oh, and you see how they answer. If they don't have an answer, they're usually just like, but it depends. It depends. Ellie's right with this. Ellie says it helps if you look like you know what you're talking about. Yeah, if you're skinny and it doesn't look like you lift, you're going over and giving someone advice, they're probably not going to take it. But if you're more muscular and you've been going to the gym for a while, and I don't know, I think it depends on the situation. You have to go based on how you feel. If you know what you're talking about and you see someone doing something bad, it depends. If you're in a conversational mood, if you're a conversational person, if the person looks like they might be receptive to it, if it's something that's really dangerous, sometimes people do stuff they see online and they shouldn't be doing it. They haven't progressed it properly and they're going to hurt their tendons, but you can't save people from themselves. So if they're standoffish or if they're not really receptive to a conversation, like, fuck it. You can't save everyone. But more often than not, if you approach someone or you're talking about something, again, if you're asking them, oh, what are they doing that exercise for? What does that exercise target? You're kind of probing, you're asking them a question, and it kind of like feeds out their expertise. So if you're saying, oh, hey, I see you're doing, is that a standard deadlift? Like it's different form than I'm used to seeing. What are you trying to hit there? What are you trying to target that there? And then see if they have an answer. If they don't, they might just have bad form, or maybe they're doing something with a certain intent. It still might be wrong, but at least there's a reason behind what they're doing, and they're doing it on purpose. Sometimes they just have bad form and mobility, and you can make some suggestions. So it really depends on the exercise. If there's something that's really high risk and I'm like, bro, what the fuck is that? And you know the person has no idea what they're doing, I think it could be really good and might be really well received, and they'll be thankful and you'll save them from an injury. But yeah. D. Walter, 84, Papa Swole, can I skip cardio? I don't give a fuck what you do. What kind of cardio? What's your program like? I don't think you should be skipping anything. If you're asking this question, probably not. You should probably be lifting more weights and eating more steak and building more muscle. That's my recommendation. Mike says, when I used to go to a public gym, I would offer help if people were looking all confused about how a machine worked. Otherwise, I would just mind my own business. Yeah, you can tell if someone knows what they're doing, really. This is what I'm saying. You can tell if someone's like, they don't know what they're doing and they're just trying to do something. You're like, bro, you gotta lower the weight. You gotta X, Y, and Z. So if someone really looks like they don't know what they're doing, I'm not saying stop your workout, sacrifice your workout, and just like do personal training, but you might want to make a suggestion to them, especially if it looks like something like they're going to get hurt. Or at least I'll let them know, like, hey, man, you need to really back off on the weight. That's just way too much for you. Look like you're going to hurt your back. Sometimes, like, I've had conversations where I've just gone and told someone that, like, and they're like, oh, and then I'm like, okay, fine. I just tell them so they know, like, hey, this is fucking bad, and then move on with my day. Kara Alexis, Papa Soy, do you eat sushi? I have. I've also gotten very sick from sushi. Haven't had it in a while. I don't really see much of a benefit to eating it unless you're trying to eat ultra processed food. Most people just eat sushi for the carbs. They're not eating just sashimi and just the fish. They want to eat all the crunchy and the fried stuff and all the salt and the soy, the stuff the sauces they put all over the crap. So sushi is most sushi that you'll go to, especially like in this country, you can go and get quality food and sushi and like, protein. But most sushi, we all know, is like fast food, junk food. And if you're buying it in stores and it's preserved, like there's other ingredients in it. It's not, and a lot of it's, fake crab and blah, blah, blah. So if you're spending a pretty penny and you're getting high quality fish and it's fresh, it's going to be delicious. It's going to be totally different. But most sushi that you're getting in stores or buffets is just, it's like going to McDonald's. 6 rows, 9. Papa Swolio, how do I lose thigh/ass fat? Is abductor and Jesus. You need to build muscle. Focus on the basics. Building muscle is not going to lose your fat. You got to stop eating garbage, cut down inflammation, birth control, estrogenics, caloric deficit, less seed oils, all this stuff. You're not going to spot reduce fat. Can't believe we still answer these questions all the time. Taryn, Papa Soy, what exercises do you suggest will shrink your waist? Fucking Christ. Oh my God. Fucking the gym is not plastic surgery, man. What exercise will shrink your waist? Nothing. And widen your hips. Give birth, have a child, that'll widen your hips. OMG, I admire you so much. Why, thank you. I appreciate the compliment. But no exercise is going to shrink your waist. Widen your hips? You mean you want to build muscle? Squats, Bulgarian split squats, RDLs, 45-degree hypers, hip bridges. You want a bigger butt? You want bigger legs? Don't forget, if you build muscle in your legs, your waist is going to look smaller as a side effect. If you're not doing tons of like abdominal movements and like heavy core bracing exercises, it'll keep your waist tinier. But you need to build muscle all over your body and get your nutrition in order. You're not shrinking the waist. This isn't liposuction, right? It's the fucking gym. Samuel Akidasari. How many years you've been training? I've been training consistently and really hard for about 25 years. All right. Let's go. Very nice. All right. Well, good questions. For the most part, good questions. Good questions. Let's see what we got here. I saw this on rotation. Pretty sure it's true. I guess today's title is Beyond Meat is Beyond Business. Oh, that post is unavailable. Was it not true? I don't know if Beyond Meat, maybe it's not true. It said Beyond Meat was filing for bankruptcy, but that post has been removed. Beyond Meat. Maybe that was not true. It's false. It's false. We got scammed. I was so excited because Beyond Meat is like really collapsing in terms of stock market. So Beyond Meat posted. Let's check this out. So I thought, and I saw a post around on X that Beyond Meat was filing for bankruptcy, and I was like, okay, that makes sense. But apparently, it's not. So Beyond Meat posted on X to address the issue. It says, recent media stories suggesting that Beyond Meat filed for bankruptcy are unequivocally false. We have not filed, nor are we planning to file for bankruptcy. Go beyond. That doesn't make sense. Well, Beyond Meat is garbage. So I don't really want to say, I hope you go out of business, but I hope you go out of business, I guess, because, starting a business, that's the backbone of this country, our businesses and, creating value for customers. But I hope that customers stop purchasing your poison. How about that? It's not real food. Beyond Meat, that's gross. How about Beyond Retardation? I know you can go to negative IQ, but anyway, gross. So stop buying it, and eventually it will go bankrupt. So anyway, I guess it's not true. So I put Beyond Meat is Beyond Business. But I will also say that the stock charts don't fucking lie. Let's take a look at this. Looking good. Looking good. Beyond Meat. Let's see. Can we make that smaller? Let's see that. Can we get that on the screen more? Let's see. What do you think about that? There we go. What do you think? Not bad. Look at that. Down from a high of 200 down to $2. Looking good. Beyond Meat. We're not filing for bankruptcy. Well, maybe you should. It doesn't look good. And look, the people have spoken. People don't want fake ass meat. Mike says, I think they're dropping meat from their name. They might be. They're going to call what? Is it just Beyond? Beyond Inc. Is just going to say Beyond? Yeah. Looks promising. Looks good. Looks good. Keep it up. I think you should keep it up. Keep up doing whatever you're doing. Keep it up because it's going great. It's going great. All right, let's get into some balls deep, and then we'll give away today's Swole card. Thanks for being here, Beaches. We got major announcements. Very exciting Monday coming up, so get ready for that. Let's get into some balls deep. We got one here from, let's see, let's actually go on. We got a story here. I got one here. Let's see what we got here. Now let's just do the videos. All right. Fam, we'll do that one last. We have another Abby Dull post.
Matt Damon.
We got another Abby Dull video. That's very exciting. Let's do this one first. Clothing size. Clothing size.
What's in the box?
To say makes you angry. I think you have a lot of reading up to do and a lot of learning to do. I don't care if a fat person is unhealthy or if you think that they're making bad choices. Well, first of all, we also need to stop moralizing food and health and lifestyle choices. That's a different conversation. But even if those things were true, if a fat person made bad choices, ate unhealthily, and was unhealthy, why can't they have clothes that still fit them? Why does that make them immoral? Why is that something that makes you personally angry? How does that affect you? Just a thought. Just a thought. Why can't fat people exist without making you angry?
Why can't fat people exist without making you angry? Why can't people have opinions without you getting upset? Sounds like a you problem.
Why can't people like Samira get on this app and talk about finding clothes that fit her and look good.
Who the fuck is Samira? What kind of a fucking name? What's Samira? What kind of a fucking name is that? What is
without
that?
it making you angry. Why is a clothing size making you angry? 3X is crazy? You're crazy.
If you're 3X and you're not a pro bodybuilder, you're fat. Or you're really, really tall. Okay. Well, I need bleach for my eyes and my ears, but that's okay. That's okay, because we're going to go deeper than anyone's ever gone before. We're going deeper. If you thought, I know a lot of you came into the show, you might be coming in now and you're like, oh, we're balls deep. We're deeper. We're all the way in. We're in. Like, we're deep in there. This one is called Everything in Moderation. And this looks like an Abby Dull video. So let's get in.
What's in the box?
Oh boy. Oh boy. We're going in.
Everything in moderation, but I'm gonna add some sugar to my coffee. Everything in moderation, but I'm gonna have some granola with sugar and seed oils.
Garbage.
Everything in moderation, but I'm gonna have some dark chocolate with added refined sugar.
Mm-hmm.
Everything in moderation, but I'm gonna have a granola bar with added sugar.
And? Well, for those who don't know me, I'm Abby Sharp. I'm a no BS dietitian, and I've been debunking diet culture for over a decade.
And she looks like a vegan. You look more and more like a vegan every day. God, get this woman a steak. Get this woman a steak.
And I know this creator wrote this script for like shock value, but
Yeah, don't eat industrial seed oils. Don't eat granola.
I know this creator wrote this script for like shock value, but
Yeah, don't eat industrial seed oils. Don't eat food. If you're literally stuck, it can be valuable. But on a regular basis, you're just eating shit. It's garbage. You're eating like just glazed candy.
over here agreeing with this response that this is literally the definition of everything in moderation.
Which is a scam. All right. That's like a Marxist victimhood, feminist bullshit, lame ass fucking trope that's been perpetuated. Everything in moderation is a perfect way to be a good old wage slave and just stay under the boot. Don't know too much. Don't do too much of anything. Do a little bit of everything. Don't excel anywhere. Just kind of go and do everything and just go with the flow. Do what everyone else does. Everything in moderation. I'll do a little bit of everything. I don't want to try to excel or have discipline. Blah, blah, blah. Just a little bit of everything. Okay. Yeah, I don't want poison in my food. Who wants poison? If you want to make your own granola or buy a granola, buy it without added sugar. You don't want added sugar in most things. Sometimes it's very tiny, but a lot of times when you see added this or this, there's a lot of ingredients that they don't even add. Oh, it's got natural flavors. It says natural flavors, Abby. And it's like 200 different fucking ingredients. It's just a blanket term so they can put other things that are artificial sweeteners in there. You can make it yourself. Just eat real food. How fucking hard is it to eat? I guess very hard. Very hard. Okay.
It's enjoying all foods, even those that are less nutrient dense, in the context of a balanced diet.
Fuck your balanced diet. Again, everything in moderation. Fuck your balanced diet. Again, balanced diet, work-life balance. These are the phrases of weakness. These are the phrases of pussies. Everything in moderation. Work-life balance. An imbalance. Oh, shut up. Shut up. These are people that are trying to make themselves feel better by encouraging you not to excel. Okay.
Obviously, we see the usual suspects being demonized.
The usual suspects. Guess what she's going to say? She's going to say added sugar. Seed oils are not, oh, the boogeyman, the usual suspects. You mean the usual engine lubricant? The usual industrial waste products? All right, let me hold on a second. We got to pause this for a second. Let's go Super Grok. Tell me about seed oils. Let's continue.
Since I have really debunked the seed oil slander ad nauseum here, I thought we would focus.
Up. Abby's debunked it. She's debunked seed oils. So thanks to Abby Sharp, we know that seed oils are fine now. Abby said so. She's a no BS dietitian. There's no BS here. She's debunked it. She's proven it because she said things on TikTok videos. She's proven it. Eat your industrial engine lubricant. Abby Sharp says so.
Debunked the seed oil slander ad nauseum here. I thought we would focus on the sugar today. Obviously, we want to reduce our sugar intake whenever possible. But data from the Canadian Community Health Survey shows that sugar in moderation might actually support a healthy diet.
I almost spit that out. Data from the Canadian Community Health Survey. Can you name a less reliable source of information to pull an argument from?
From Canadian Community Health Survey shows that sugar in moderation might actually support a healthy diet long term. The research showed that Canadians with moderate sugar intakes had higher amounts of fiber, calcium, vitamin D, vitamin A, vitamin C, and potassium intakes than the quintile with the lowest sugar.
Again, humans are complex systems. This does not give us any information. This doesn't give us any valuable information. Like, oh, vitamin C is a certain level. These are the same people and doctors that would be like, wow, your cholesterol is a little bit higher. That number's up. So everything has to change to get that number down. Like, we're not that fucking... Humans are not that quantifiable and quantitative in that sense. There's a lot of stuff going on. A lot of interactions that you can't extrapolate from this.
And these folks' moderate sugar intake came out to an average of 18.3% of calories from total sugars that included 8% from added sugars. For reference, the Institute of Medicine recommends less than 25% of calories from added sugars, while the WHO...
Jesus Christ, yeah, I'm going to take advice from the fucking World Health Organization. Wait, the Institute of Medicine, whatever, recommends less than 25% of calories from added sugar? Is that what you're fucking saying? They recommend less than 25% of calories? Like total calories from added sugar? Are you fucking kidding me? They recommend less than a quarter of your total caloric intake from added sugar? I hope you're not talking about total calories. You mean like just... What?
Than 25% of calories from added sugars, while the WHO guidelines say less than 10% from free sugars. So what's going on here? Well, the researchers note that moderate sugar intakes can reflect higher intakes of yogurt, milk, and fruit. And I really do want to kind of add on here that
there's many different types of sugar. There's fructose, there's glucose, there's different combinations. There's fiber that's absorbed, there's insoluble, there's soluble fiber, there's exercise habits, there's sunlight, there's sleep quality, there's metabolic, like there's a lot of other factors that matter. Surveys. Gotta love a survey. Surveys are always accurate. You guys know that.
A trend going on, and that is that some nutrient-dense foods do contain sugar.
Thank you. And carbohydrates get broken down to glucose, and your body stores as glycogen. Thank you so fucking much. Surveys are garbage, by the way. So gotta trust those Canadian self-reported surveys. That's gotta be correct. Awesome. People have no fucking idea, no memory. They have no idea what they're eating. They have... Human memory is just so inconsistent and so inaccurate. Surveys are just garbage.
On the flip side, adding a little bit of sugar can make more nutrient-dense foods more palatable. So for example, adding a little kind of sweet and sticky teriyaki glaze to your salmon, if it makes you eat your salmon, is in my books a great idea.
Of course. Retards are going to love that shit. It's a great idea. Good. Add that teriyaki soy and canola oil and high fructose corn syrup glaze. Add that glaze. Fucking glaze it.
The eyes, Chico.
Good stuff.
Never lie.
Abby Dull with another fucking home run.
As I always say here, folks, healthy food is only healthy if you eat it. So the main takeaway here is yes.
I'm always impressed at how much stupid shit gets put into one video. It's a TikTok. Like, how do you fit that much? It's not like 2 minutes. How do you fit that much? Fucking retard. How do you do it? It's impressive. Healthy food is only healthy if you eat it, not if you put shit on top of it. Here's what I'm saying. If you're eating, I'll use, okay.
If you eat it. So the main takeaway here is yes, you can be healthy and enjoy sugar in moderation. And if it takes a little bit of sugar to sustain a healthy diet long term, then I am 1,000,000,000,000% here for it. Next.
Next. Oh God, what a fucking twat. Gross. God, I can't stand her face and her voice really bother me. Everything else is fine, but her face, what she says, and how she says it, I can't stand. But everything else is fine about her. Yeah, I love it. So let's say you have a nice, beautiful steak, right? You have a nice, beautiful steak. And then I come in and we have a nice steak on the plate. You're sitting there and you're ready to eat it. I'm like, 1 second, we're not done yet. Got a nice 16-ounce, beautiful, rare ribeye. It's excellent, right? Excellent. Then I come in and I have a nice, really high quality, massive Rufus Tainty Man turd. Like a nice, real dehydrated turd. It's fresh. Has that, it's just real, it's good, but it's a little bit dried, right? A little toasted turd. And then I just shave a little sprinkle on top, like a little Parmesan tainty turd. Ain't that right, boy? All right. Just shave a little poop onto it. Not much. You got a 16-ounce steak, just a little sprinkle of dog shit. Would you eat it? Would you eat a delicious steak with a little sprinkle of dog shit? Maybe if you're starving. I don't want any shit on my food. You understand? You understand? It's like, that's a shit steak. That's a shit steak. You don't want a shit steak. You want a steak with no shit. Right? So if we're extrapolating, where's the line? 3% shit? 0.01% shit? There's only a little shit on there. It's 100% safe and effective. You know what I mean? So it's like, is that acceptable if there's a little bit of shit on it? A little bit. Come on. Yo, it's just a little shit glaze. It's a little glaze. Just a little glaze. No. You can't clean it off. You got to eat it. No. You know it's in there. It's a glaze. It's a little, a little fresh, tainty glaze. Fresh from the taint. Fresh from the taint. Right? A little sprinkle. You wouldn't want it. It would stink like shit. You don't want 1% shit. You don't want 5% shit. You're not looking at it like, well, it's only a sprinkle of shit. This is good. It's going to help me eat it. You don't want any of it on there. Why? I guess she's going to say like, whoa, we're talking about teriyaki glaze. It's going to help you eat it. Well, if you're eating something, it's not like a little bit doesn't do anything to you. It fucks up your taste buds. It can cause a lot of inflammation, can cause a lot of problems, especially in certain amounts when people are very allergic to certain things, sensitivities. And then it gets to the point where you realize there's no benefit to having it. This is just a cope and you're perpetuating bad habits. And you get to the point where you just want to do better and you can do better. And you don't have to add these glazes. You can make things yourself. You can add a little balsamic. You can do things yourself that doesn't have, it's not highly concentrated high fructose corn syrup or canola oil. If you know how to cook and you're eating real food, you don't need all these toppings and seasonings, and you don't. You just don't. You just don't. I don't want a shit steak. I don't want a shit steak. I don't care if it's a little shit. I don't want any shit on there. It would be a shit steak, right? What percentage of shit on a steak makes it a shit steak? Well, if you have a beautiful steak and you just put a sprinkle of shit on it, I don't want to eat it. But it's just a little glaze, a little shit glaze. I'm a no BS dietitian. It's just a little bit on top. You'd be like, ew, gross. Okay, well, if there's something, I have to put this on there to be able to eat it. What are you talking about? You don't know how to cook. If you got to coat your food with something, you didn't cook it well. Or it's not good food and you're trying to mask the fact that it's garbage food. I'm just saying, if you know how to cook and you cook real nutritious food, it's delicious. You don't need stuff all over it. I'm not saying a little glaze or something that you make is going to be the worst thing ever, But I know what she's trying to do. She's trying to justify bad behavior, and she always promotes these garbage foods and everything in moderation. I hate the weakness. I hate the iffiness. Like, you could eat that. It's okay. She's fear-mongering. No, it's not fear-mongering. People are paying attention, and that girl, yeah, her parents or whatever are educating her. They're not fear-mongering her. They're teaching her, hey, ingredients fucking matter. Ingredients matter. They want people, the food pharmaceutical companies, all these different, food companies, they want you to go to the store and like, hey, I can put this in my mouth. Here, look, it's a bright red box when it's just corn and sugar and crap, and it's a brown cookie, but it's in a red box. It looks like fruit. They're preying on you, on your evolutionary instincts in order to purchase their garbage, ultra-processed monocrop, atrazine, glyphosate-packed trash. It's just a congealed form in different ways. If you look at the ingredients, a lot of these sauces and dressings and cookies and chips, the same ingredients, just different concentrations. Go look at the ingredients. It's enriched wheat flour and artificial flavorings, and you have different spices, and then you have corn oil or canola oil or safflower oil or rapeseed oil, and then you have high fructose corn syrup, and you have other stabilizers and sodium benzoate and all this other shit. Preservatives and colorings and color added and different. It's cooked a different way. It's shaped a different way. It's the same shit, just with different forms. So if you actually read ingredients, you start realizing, yeah, you're being poisoned every which way. And I love how she talks about this stuff as if humans and people aren't fatter than ever before, sick and dying from eating all these fucking foods. It doesn't work. These foods are poison. And they're a factor. It might not be the only factor. Yeah, plastics matter, and estrogenics and soaps and conditioners and colognes and perfumes and Glade plugins and car fresheners and dish soaps, all this stuff, it adds up, it matters. But I mean, why are we approving? And it's a very easy, weak, and it's like a passively sinister way of just trying to make everyone happy. And look, I'm so well and encompassing. You can eat that. Everything in moderation. That's a pussy approach. I'm not saying it's not her opinion, but it's weak. It doesn't have, there's no, I don't know, there's no substance. There's no mindset. There's no growth. There's no stretch your boundaries. There's no actually make improvements. It's just be passive to your environment. Have a little bit of everything. It's okay. It's okay. Well, people are dying every day because they think that everyone does everything in moderation. Everything in moderation just means eat whatever the fuck you want. It really does. That's how people take it. Well, I can have a little bit of this. No one puts a little glaze on salmon, bro. You're giving people the freedom. I mean, they can make their own choices. So Abby can't make you eat this, or, you can make your own choices. But who the fuck puts a little salad? They're loading up salad dressing. It's coated. A little glaze on salmon. Fuck you. People are just crusting it and frying it, and it's soaked in this shit. And again, when you give this kind of excuse to do it a little bit here, people are doing it everywhere. It's everywhere. It's all throughout the meals. It's on everything. That's the problem. That's the problem. When you approve and you give like this kind of like social approval for eating these types of foods, and people are looking for information, you're like, oh, it is okay. Oh yeah, this is fear mongering. They're eating this, they're not eating a little bit. That's the problem. They're eating it in every fucking food across the board. It's all in everything in moderation. They're getting a lot of it. They're getting a little bit. They're getting a moderate amount of it. They're getting a ton of it. They're just eating it all the time. When you actually pay attention to ingredients, you realize the same shit is in fucking everything. It's in everything. Most of what you see in the supermarket, especially on the shelves, is all the same shit in different shapes. From the soda to the chips to the cookies to the breads, it's all the same shit in different forms. It's just manufactured for different shapes, different tastes, different textures, different seasonings, different colorings. You go in the cookie section, all the same, different colored boxes. Why are they different colored boxes? Because it looks like fruit hanging from a tree. It looks like a mango. It looks like an apple. It looks like a watermelon. It looks like a pear. It looks like a plum. It looks like something that's ripe that should be eaten. You open up, it's a brown fucking crusty ass old cookie. So fuck that stupid shit. It's such a grift. It's such a grift. It's like a passive grift. I'm so all-encompassing. I'm so nice. I'm no BS. You can do this. Just a little bit. That's fear-mongering. No, it's not. People just don't want to look truth in the face and realize that you're being poisoned all the time, everywhere, and you have to actively work against it. You have to. You have to. You have to actively work against it. I'm not saying be stressed. I'm not saying be like up to here like, oh my God. I'm not saying be at an 11 all the time. I'm just saying take action. And don't listen to this stupid shit. Eat real food. Go hard the other direction. I'm not saying never have anything that has any kind of added. I'm not saying never have anything. What I'm saying is you need to really remove it completely so you can monitor what you do and see the effects. And maybe once in a while you have something, you go to a party and you have a little bit and you'll feel the difference and it's gonna be like, it's going to taste gross to you, all that stuff, but you're going to be the better for it. It's not everything in moderation. It's quite the opposite. Most of the things should be completely gone, extricated. It's quite the opposite. It's not everything in moderation. It's quite the opposite. It's limited things and certain protocols, and that can be done in excess, and everything else should be removed. People don't like to psychologically live like that. Well, I can't eat that. It's restrictive. It's this, that, and the other. Then stay fat. Enjoy your diabetes, your Alzheimer's, your cancers. I'm not saying you won't get this if you take care of your health. You do your best because we're all exposed to different things and different genetics, but you're putting yourself in a worse position by constantly eating these things. All fried food. People like fried food. Why? Because it tastes the same. It's just burnt seed oils and vegetable oils with salt on it. That's why people like it. It's fat and salt. That's it. It's fat and salt. You add a little sugar in it. It's fat, salt, and sweet. Hits that bliss point, and you can't stop eating it. And that's why they have vegetable and seed oils and cookies with salt, right? If you look in the back of a Chips Ahoy, what do you have? You have sugar, you have fat, and you're like, oh, I don't taste the fat in the cookies. Yeah, it's in canola oil and vegetable oil. It's fat, salt, and sugar. And that's why you can't stop eating it. Same thing with potato chips. I always use this example, right? The companies that sell you this garbage, they're telling you that these are addictive and they're telling you that you're going to be compulsively addicted to these foods. Lay's, bet you can't eat just one. Pringles, once you pop, you can't stop. Once you pop, you can't stop. That might as well be a crack dealer on the corner selling you drugs. Or a doctor giving you, what's it called? I don't know, Ambien, or Vicodin or whatever the painkillers are, sleeping pills. Xanax and shit, right? Once you pop, you can't stop. Sounds fucked up. I'd like to be able to stop, especially because it's shit. Who the fuck has a Pringle? Who opens a bag of Lay's and has one? No one! Because it's designed so you can't stop eating it. And people are chronically dehydrated. They're chronically exhausted because they're not sleeping, because of blue light, because of bad habits, because of being on their phones and TV and shit. So they're chronically exhausted, chronically stressed, chronically X, Y, and Z. So they're just eating like sugar because their body, the signals are all fucked up. You're tired. That's why you're hungry. You're tired. Your body needs sleep. So it's like, sugar, keep me awake. You're thirsty. Your body's like, please get some moisture. Consume water. You're not consuming water. Drink, and not just water, electrolytes. We're thirsty. We're thirsty. You're not drinking water? Fuck it. We're hungry. Because your body's going to get some moisture with food. It's either going to get the moisture from the food or you're going to drink water with the food. So it's like, just fucking eat something. Drink. You're not drinking? This motherfucker. Okay, you're hungry now. You're hungry. Your brain's like, ooh, I'm hungry. Let me eat and drink. And your body's like, fine, we got some hydration. But you also stuffed in an extra 700 calories because you went and bought some fucking KFC. I'm hungry. No, you're not. You're thirsty and you're tired because you don't exercise. You don't eat well. You don't hydrate. What do you expect? All right, good rant. Anyway, Swole card time. It's frustrating. I'm not a fan of the everything in moderation. I think everything in moderation. Look, you want to be average. You want to be average. You don't want to make progress. You want to not stress things out. Sure, you can. Everything in moderation. Everything in moderation will make you an average American. Average American has all sorts of diseases, high blood pressure, heart disease, poor mental health, diabetes, all these different things. You want to have joint pain and eczema and psoriasis and blah, blah, blah. Cool. Do everything in moderation. Be an average American. Sounds great. Thank you, Abby Sharp. Cool. Let's be average. Be average. Everything in moderation. Just eat all the poison, but you're eating some quality food. You're just putting shit all over it. That nice steak you made, it's delicious. It's okay to get that steak down if you just put fucking ranch dressing all over it. You're totally fine. Because you're getting the healthy food in. It's not like you get it in and the bad coating stuff just disappears. It's a non-factor. It helps you eat it. It makes it more palatable. Bitch, we have so much food. It's all made to be hyper palatable. Stop making things extra palatable. They're palatable just fine. You just don't know how to cook or you're eating garbage food. Okay? I'm going to end it there. If you think that healthy food is unpalatable, you do not know how to cook or your food sucks. And you think it's good, but it sucks. You don't know how to cook. Well, I cooked this chicken and it's plain. You don't know how to cook. You're just putting chicken in a pan. Like, yeah, you didn't put anything on it. You didn't, put salt on it. You didn't say, like, you don't know how to cook. It's okay. It's okay to not know how to cook, but you have to address the fact like, oh, I'm going to cook this plain ass nasty shit and then just put sauce all over it. You don't know how to cook, which is a problem. We don't teach anyone to cook and then we wonder why they go and buy fast food. Again, I don't know. I bet you there is some sort of thing with the fast food. You guys can look that up. I wouldn't be surprised if there was like fast food lobbyists and stuff that removed funding for home ec and stuff in schools. What do you guys think? That's an interesting rabbit hole to go down. I bet that's probably true. Do you think that's probably the case? Pharmaceutical companies or food companies lobbied to remove home ec and stuff from public schools. Now kids don't know how to cook, so they just go and buy food. They just go to fast food because they don't know how to cook themselves. I bet you that's fucking true. It just sounds like it. I mean, culturally, that's where we are. But think about it. We don't have home ec in school, and most parents don't teach their kids how to cook because they don't know how to cook. So guess what kids do? They're like, oh, I'll go to Subway. I'll go and buy this. What's this? Let me eat this. Oh, I made food at home and it doesn't taste like the ultra processed garbage that I eat at McDonald's. No shit. You're actually using real ingredients and you don't know how to cook. I just think it's probably accurate. Why wouldn't lobbyists want to not teach kids how to school? They cut funding and, oh, we don't have funding for this. Oh, well, we got to cut back on that. Teach them more trigonometry because that's important. Get your trigonometry. Here are your triangles. Cool, bro. Don't teach kids how to cook or exercise. All right. Anyway, hashtag Fef. You need a smoke and a pancake after that. Let's give this Swole card away. All right, beaches. And we'll have an overtime next week. We'll have new DWG next week. We got major announcements on Monday, so stay tuned. We'll have Swolosophy over the weekend. Good episode, good day. Oh, we got a winner. Is this a new one? Is this a new beach? Thomas Schwartz on Rumble. Congratulations winning today's Swole card. That's sexy. Good stuff. Tomas. Congratulations on winning today's Swole card. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 3388 in the subject. Your mailing address in the body of the email. Congratulations. Excellent. Congratulaciones. Mike on YouTube says, I've heard that fast food companies are trying to come up with additives that will bypass GLP-1s so you want to eat more again. Oh, who knows? Probably. Isn't it crazy? Isn't it crazy how you have, you're healthy, you're not, you take GLP-1s, they're going to try to get you fatter and blah, 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 blah. Everyone's just Look, here's the bottom line of it. All right. Here's the bottom line. If you want to join the fam, swolenormousx.com, pick up merch, 1776% natty, hats, everything, 20% off, papaswolio.com. Food companies want you to buy their food. Just think about it this way. Food companies want you to buy their food. They want you to keep buying their food. They want you to buy more of it. And they want your kids. They want everyone to buy more of their food. No food company is trying to get you to buy less of their food. Okay? Food companies are trying to get you to buy more food. Pharmaceutical companies, what do they want you to buy? Their pharmaceutical products. If you manufacture Ozempic, you want people to buy more Ozempic. It's not complicated, right? If you make computer chips, you want people to buy more computer chips. If you're a farmer and you grass-fed beef, you want people to buy more grass-fed beef. So and this comes from what the people want. What does the consumer want? If more people are demanding, you guys know this, over the past 10 years, so many more, it's come out more and more. And as people get more information, you realize, wow, healthier meat, healthier food choices. More and more people want to buy grass-fed beef. So you see a lot more grass-fed beef companies and much more availability in all the stores because the people have spoken. If you buy less garbage, they're not going to be able to make the same. If people want tallow on their chips and chips with tallow, companies are going to have to make switches if people stop buying Doritos. But I'm not saying people are going to stop buying Doritos. There's a lot of fat, gross, disgusting people in this world. I'm not saying it should be banned. I think some of these artificial additives should not be in food. I'm between whether they should be banned, because you should have the freedom to make terrible choices. So there's a, you know, there's a trade-off there. But I do think that the people need to speak, and you speak with your dollars. You speak with your dollars. If you buy a product, you're supporting it. So next time you buy garbage, you're like, well, I'm going to buy a Coke. It's like, well, you're supporting these kinds of fucking companies.
What's in the box?
All right. Throwback time. Oop. Throwback time. TBT.
Advocate. I'm often invited to give talks or to do workshops where I talk to white people about race.
Wow. Oh boy.
You must be proud.
Don King looking rough here, bro.
A big part of my practice is to offer real life stories, examples, that type of thing, that help white people to be able to identify white supremacy in everyday life. My husband's family is white, and I often use the cultural differences between my family and his family as a way to help white people see their whiteness.
Nah. Your husband is white? Oh my God, this guy's a cuck. You're going to talk about his whiteness, and you're married to a white dude? Oh my God, she's such a racist.
There's one example that I use that always gets a ton of pushback. My husband and I were late to our first Thanksgiving with his family.
Shut the fuck up! Here we go. Don King. Can I drag this over? There you go. Dead on. Continue. Go.
12:10, but whenever we got there at 12:10, everybody was already sat down and eating. I didn't know that. I use this illustration to point out that different cultures have different understandings of time, lateness, and what it means to be polite.
The Don King one is awesome. That makes me laugh. Fam, thanks for being here. Appreciate you. We got Swole over the weekend. Subscribe, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Thanks for being here. We do also have a new YouTube drop that might be live, or it's going to be live momentarily. It's going to be on YouTube on the Swolenormous channel, and it's going to be about the lab-grown meat and Jeff Nippard's post and all the other posts and stuff that's come out. So a new YouTube video today, so stay tuned for that. It'll be available shortly if it's not already, and we'll see you next time. Peace, McGee's, Deuce, Magoose, your boy, Papa Swolio. Out.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like...
Then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, yeah. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. Our topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons out closets and making new deposits.